I've written X and LinkedIn content for over 40 B2B business owners. And in this video, I'm going to give you 10 quick wins that you can get on X and LinkedIn. These are things that you'll be able to apply immediately. So let's dive in with number one. So I have right here 101 hook templates and 51 headline formulas that you can use. Now, templates aren't everything, but they are very helpful because if you know something's worked in the past and you templatize it, it's likely that it'll work in the future. Doesn't guarantee it will, but it's likely that it will. And so I'm going to link to this document and you'll have 101 hook templates and 51 headline formulas. Headline formulas are obviously for email and the hook templates are for Twitter and LinkedIn. Number two, calls to action for X. So if you look at how many people click on your bio versus how many people click on your auto plug, there's a very substantial difference. So let me just show you what I mean. If we just zoom in here, we look at my friend Kieran Drew. He has 206,000 followers, and you see that he has this link in bio right here. And so if you go to his profile, you might click on it. Now, when he posts, once he hits a certain threshold, so I believe for him, maybe it's 150 likes, he'll automatically have this tweet post. Over the past 4 years, I spent thousands of hours writing. I collected 10 of my favorite writing frameworks into one ebook. You can grab it here. And we looked and compared the difference between the link clicks. And if you were to guess, which one would you say got more clicks? I'll give you 3 seconds. Take a guess. 3, 2, 1. Okay. The auto plugs got 98% of the clicks. 98. The link in bio got 2%. A lot of times people will only have the link in bio and they won't ever do these auto plugs, and they are missing out on so much traffic by not having these auto plugs. So easy, quick win. You can set this up on Hype Fury. I will link to that as well. All right, number 3, the highest performing auto plug template. So I'm just going to give you a template that I know works because I've tested. And so this is something that I personally do with my clients is we create 3 different auto plugs and then we test those every month and we get rid of the bottom 2 and we create 2 more that are similar to the top 2. And so we can keep refining and improving the click-through rate over time. And so you could imagine if you get a 1% click-through rate, so 1% of all the people that see it click on it versus 2% of everyone that sees it clicks on it, that is not a 1% difference. It's a 100% difference. And so it's very, very powerful. And so the template that you can use is right here. I built my co-writing agency, that's what I say, off of sound business department, marketing principles. Now I'm sharing how I'm building it and the marketing lessons I've learned working with 40 plus clients. Join here. So this template, I've tested it with several different clients and it converts a little above 2%, which is really good. So go ahead and just steal it. Okay, 4. So calls to action for LinkedIn. So this is the same principle where you have the link in bio versus the auto plugs, except on LinkedIn, it's a little bit different. So some people, what they'll do is 15 minutes after they post, they'll go in and throw their newsletter link in. Some people will put it in the comments, and both of those are fine. One really easy way to do it that I believe, I don't have any data, but I believe this one works really well is having this visit my website button. And then at the bottom, you can just tell people to press the visit my website button by your face. The reason why I think this converts really well is it's super easy. The risk with having a link in the post itself is that usually the platform, the social platform, doesn't want you to get off platform. They want you to stay on their platform, spend more time there because that's how they make money. And so, yes, you can link off site. And I wish I had a little bit better data on this for LinkedIn. I don't right now, but definitely have to visit my website. And then it's up to you if you want to include the link in the comments or in the post itself. Number 5, rule of 1. So let's just take this to the extremes. If you had 100 CTAs, you told people to do 100 things, do you think that they would do any of them? Probably not. It just seems overwhelming. But if you just had one CTA, the chances that they actually do it are significantly higher. And so if you're able to just have one CTA on your post that you write, on your landing page where they can't click on other sites, they can just enter their email and leave, your conversion rate will go up, I promise. Okay, what to do every time you go viral. So this is a tactic that I learned just from trying. So after going viral, I did something like this. Well, that blew up. Hello to the couple hundred new followers. Here's a little bit about me. And I shared, I started a mortgage business when I was in college. In 2022, I started this ghostwriting agency. Feel free to say hello, drop me a DM. Happy to chat, get to know people, whatever you want to say. And you'll notice that while this post didn't get a crazy amount of engagement, sometimes they do, the profile visits was really high. By the way, this new followers number on Twitter, it only shows it if you hover over somebody's face and then click follow. So this is never accurate. So don't ever count this number right here. But the detail expands, the profile visits, just super high. So every time you go somewhat viral, you should do one of these introduction to your new followers posts because you'll get a large boost in new followers just from that post. All right. So these are the content tools that I use, an easy way to make some upgrades to your content schedule. So for scheduling, I use Hype Fury. That's for Twitter. I use Taplio for LinkedIn. And you can just use the base packages. Like the more advanced ones have AI features, but I don't even use those. So the beginner ones are fine. TweetPic, I use this all the time to grab a URL from Twitter. I'll throw it into TweetPic, and this is totally free, and it converts it into a nice visual screenshot of that tweet that I can use on LinkedIn, and people use it for Instagram as well. I use ConvertKit for email. If you're creating an email newsletter, you can use ConvertKit, you can use Beehive, you can use Substack. If you want to lean into the newsletter side of things, I recommend Beehive. If you want to lean into the email marketing side, I recommend ConvertKit. You can use Pika.style to make your screenshots look nicer, to zoom out. So you'll notice that sometimes if you have an image, it's like too zoomed in, and you want to zoom it out. This is a great tool to use. And then Screen Studio, this is what I use to clip videos. So you want to record a YouTube video, a portion of it. This is what I use. It's a one-time payment, I think, of $80. I love Brain.fm. As a matter of fact, I have it going on right now. You can't even hear it, but it's just this binaural beats that are really easy to work to. I have this stopwatch where I set 60-minute timers and I just go. That's how I do my work. I recommend it. If you ever want to export your followers to start an outreach campaign, this is a great tool called Phantom Buster. And then lastly, you can use this spreadsheet that I linked to right here to track your X and LinkedIn metrics. And I like to have a pulse every week and then every month on how am I growing, am I getting leads, etc. So hopefully this is helpful. Okay, number 8, a clear bio. If you don't stand out from the bajillion other people, actually a billion other people between X and LinkedIn that are active, then no one's going to give you any time of day. And so easy way to stand out is with these 4 steps. So be crystal clear with what you do, be crystal clear who it's for, use whatever social proof or leverage you have. This is like a credibility statement. And then tell people what they can get from you. So for example, I ghostwrite LinkedIn content. And then who do I do it for? For BizOp, business opportunity coaching programs. So people who run business opportunity coaching programs, they're going to be like, okay, this is for me. And then use whatever social proof you have. So you can say, in this case, I didn't do an example for the LinkedIn content for BizOp coaching programs, but I've done 3 million in sales for these programs, whatever it may be. Tell people what they get from you, right? So talking about how to generate more sales from social media for coaches, something like that. Okay, this is just an example of mine. This was a while ago that I posted it. You can take a look. Cool. Moving on. Repurposing from X to LinkedIn. So this is a strategy that I've heard Alex Hormozi talk about, where he says that he tweets on X just as thoughts come to him, just off the cuff. And then those tweets are the basis for all of his other social content. So he uses those tweets to create LinkedIn content, Instagram, YouTube, etc. And it's a really powerful strategy. The reason why it works so well is because on X, you can post an unlimited amount of times and you're not punished for doing so. And so you can post 3, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, 6 times a day if you wanted to. And you can test a lot of ideas. And then the ones that do the best, you just take those, you screenshot them, and you use those as the basis of LinkedIn posts. And then you just add additional context. Very powerful, very easy to do. If you're an X first creator, definitely leverage this to LinkedIn. If you're a LinkedIn first creator, go republish your stuff on X because it takes not very long. But But that's what to do. Right here, you can see the different steps. So Hypefury, go into analytics. You could sort by impressions to see what did the best. Take the 7 highest performing tweets of the week. Use those for your next 7 days of LinkedIn content. Or if you want 2 original pieces for LinkedIn, use it for 5 days of LinkedIn content and create 2 original pieces. And then how you can expand on stuff. So this I stole from Nicholas Cole, but tips, stats, steps, lessons. So you just go into a particular subject and then you can add examples. You could add stories. You could add questions. Any of these magical ways to expand works to lengthen the post. And then lastly, use TweetPic, that tool I described, to grab the tweet screenshots. Looks like this. And then just schedule the proven content out in Taplio. Very easy. Okay, last thing. So X and LinkedIn profile optimization checklist. Get verified. This is easy to do and super low-hanging fruit. Like, I don't understand why some people don't do this. Next, have a cover photo with a clear call to action. Have a profile face that shows your profile photo that shows your face up close. Have a clear bio. Link to your website with your link. I told you that the link in bio doesn't do that well, but might as well have it as well. Pin a tweet that shows your credibility, obviously for Twitter. Create a featured post for LinkedIn that shows your credibility. Create a second book a call featured post for LinkedIn. So you can have, I recommend 2 featured posts. So one is some type of lead magnet or credibility thing, and then the other is a book a call link. Add the visit my website custom button to your LinkedIn profile and write an engaging about section. Don't make it one fat paragraph. Like, make it easy to read and make it engaging. So if you do those things, those are 10 quick wins for X and LinkedIn that will help you get more leads and improve your social content. If this was helpful, I've got a couple of videos you can check out. And if you could subscribe, would really appreciate it. Thank you.